Galandriel says, why not knight e5? Okay, let's have a look at knight e5. Well, it's certainly a nice square. It's looking at all these positions. It just seemed nice to put the bishop on e5 so that I could threaten to play the pawn forward, but okay, that's not bad. Maybe afterwards, maybe we could play bishop g5 to trade these bishops, and that would bring the queen into play, and then black's position is starting to look more harmonious. More harmonious. That's curious. More harmonious, yes. Bishop g5, that would be nice. And then we can get rolling with the f-pawn. You see, you can tell I'm getting excited by black's prospects in this position. It's a beautiful Najdorf. Yes, thank you, Galandriel. Knight e5 with the idea bishop g5. That could be a nice follow-up. That could be good indeed. I should just say, if bishop g5 straight away, of course, then we can take and queen takes knight. But this is, I assume, why you wanted to play knight e5 with the follow-up of bishop g5. I want to trading bishops, of course, is good because we get rid of that bishop pair, but trading the bishops will allow the queen, black's queen, to come into the attack. And yes, this knight against this bishop positionally looks desirable for black. So that's good, that's good. Yes, thank you, Galandriel. That's a good idea. Somehow things are clicking into place after that move. So I'm still very excited by Vishy's prospects, and I'm just looking at the board and I've discovered that he's played bishop e5 and not knight e5. Galandriel, I'm very sorry that we've got that move. But I think bishop e5 is still absolutely playable and still should be fine. But knight e5, I like that move, that was good. But okay, we've returned to our original move, bishop e5. And I was slightly concerned about bishop g4 happening after bishop e5, after f4. But I'm noticing that perhaps we can play the knight to f6, which would prevent bishop g4, and then we can play f4, and then we're back on track with the attack. So I'm still liking black's position here. I think that Vishy is on top. Let's look at the clock times. Oh golly, that's very interesting. After bishop e5, Pono has simply played a3. Well, what a shocker. Okay, I think the reason is he wants to entomb the rook, of course. No, the reason is he actually wants to play c4, which would free the rook for action over here. But in playing c4, it means that after pawn takes pawn, he can recapture with the pawn and so maintain control over c5. I'm still not totally impressed with this idea. This looks very slow to me. So, okay, let's play this move. And then after c4, well, I'll take here, and pawn takes pawn, and, well, I don't see why black shouldn't roll on with f4. I like black's position, what can I say? Oh, Mo wants to play, in this position, queen h4, straight away. Is that possible? I don't like that. Just g3. No, that's, well, yes, I suppose you could come back to e7 and then this could add spice to f4 as you've sort of tempted this move, g3. Interesting. Okay, this is also interesting. Seems to me that Vishy has some very attractive possibilities here. a3, this looks so slow for white, so incredibly slow. If the queens weren't on the board, somehow white might be able to get away with this, but I simply don't trust this move. It looks too slow to me. Listen, we've had a good look at this position. I want to swap to another game, but my conclusion is that Vishy is doing pretty well there.